We start the chapter off with Usami realizing the Sumerian spaceship is powered by cursed energy, which we did see how they transformed the rock into that big giant spaceship, and him and his, I want to say, teammate, advisor, something like that, is saying how exploring cursed energy, while they try to convert it into energy sources, it's still new for the research lab, saying that the public cannot and should not know about this mothership that the Sumerians on being powered by cursed energy. And if we can receive that energy conversation technology from Sumerians, it will lead to the first revolution in history since about 70 years ago, which is Yuji's era, as we know. Yuji in his area, that's where the public knew more about cursed energy, and the hunt for the Japanese who possess cursed energy will be on the rise again. And then they want to make sure they keep it a secret, so saying we must enter into a non-disclosure agreement with the Sumerians. They want to have peace with the Sumerians. So they have the bright idea of having a dinner with the Sumerians. So they go get some nice food. We decide on a taco pa, I think that's how you say it, for the dinner party. Cross and Maru are fishing up the taste test right now. And then next we see this old man who's chilling on the beach talking about how many tentacles does an octopus have. We know it's 8. He says, yep, but these octopi only have one, saying the one they call it the Wacha octopus. It's a mountain of local giant Pacific octopus perfectly adapted to these waters, saying it means all the flavor that's split between all 8 tentacles gets packed into one tentacle, making it even more delicious than a regular 8 octopus would be. Saying you'll get why you don't see him if you hit the marker much once you're there, but hey, you're with Isami, aren't you? It'll be a piece of cake for the sorcerers like you to catch, said octopus, one tentacle octopus. So, Suguri, I think that's how you say his name. I could be wrong, but I want to say Maru and Suguri go out in the ocean. They scuba dive and stuff like that. Suguri is filled with jellyfish. He has a special reef swarming with jellyfish. And yeah, he gotta get out the way. That's gonna be painful. Then we cut to Yuka, and she's taking pills. And then Cross is behind her saying, "Shouldn't you tell Suguri about your illness?" She says no. She doesn't want to tell him because she just doesn't. She don't want them to give her special treatment. That's why she's not telling anybody about her illness. The only person who knows is Cross. So next we see Suguri. He got the jellyfish, and Maru sees that, and he's like, "Oh, that seems." Suguri says easy, which, as you can tell, it does not look easy. And then Maru's like, "Oh, let me go get one real quick." So he jumps in there and get one. He comes out beaten up as well, saying it's easy. And then they want to test competition, little competition between them, and they want to see who's bigger. It looks like Maru's bigger. No, Suguri's bigger. That's on me. Suguri, it does look his is bigger in the panel, but after that, next we cut to the panel saying how the Jutsu gods are saying that only men are always born with cursed energy, and they're like that so they could protect the women and children with the cursed energy. But Jabaloma is saying that he's the one who looks like, yeah, Jabaloma the alien. He's saying that anybody can really get cursed energy if they want to, but men get it more often than women and children do. That's why. Next, we see this panel of finally, I want to see. It's been a long time since we've seen some Sumerian women in here. So we got a table of the women. This is where they're eating all that. Next, we get the cook or the nutritionist Kyoko Tome, and she's mad because she didn't get to cook most of the meal. You know, she's pretty mad. Next, we see Jabaloma, Dabura, Asami, his teammate, eating, talking about right now it seems we've just stopped out of what you all refer to as cursed energy technique range. And then Asumi, his advisor, saying, but if we could earn a favor from that, that'd be even better. If they can get a favor out of it, that would help the Japanese overall. And then we see Asami's talking about there's a curse tool in Africa called the Black Rope that can cancel out cursed energy. If we can get our hands on that, it might be possible to break your sister's curse. And I'm pretty sure they're talking about Miguel, the rope he used with Gojo before he got beat. That rope He like him. That's probably why Utah might went to Africa. I don't know, but it's in Africa. They're gonna try and find that. So the bird's saying if they can get it, they better get it. And he's saying please do so. And then Usami saying we'll do everything we can to get that weapon. Next we say Yuka and Tomei, they enter the room and they're shocked to meet with the Bura. And first thing I see is Tomei is looking in the Bura with these blushed eyes, seem like she likes him. Talk about she doesn't have no makeup on, and the Barrett's is shocked, and he goes on his way. And then Asumi saying it might be possible after all, what might be, which I think they're talking about the rope. I could be wrong, but if I had guessed, they're talking about the rope, the black rope. Then we get cut to then we see an elder man, Elder Boro on the ground, Osuki, which is that one we saw last chapter, which he was skeptical on this whole peace treaty with Japanese people and humans. He didn't want the peace treaty. And now, Elder Boro, in his third eye, he's saying that the humans are Japanese. They're dangerous. They saw the Japanese kill a Kalyan, which is the guardian dogs that they don't usually die. They only usually die of like I'm not sure. I forgot that's on me, but they shouldn't be on Earth. They shouldn't be on Earth. So Japanese killing them means somebody to go out their way, but they shouldn't be on Earth unless somebody brought them here. And the chapter ends like that. But you can tell by his eye that that is like the third eye that Sumerians have. So usually when Sumerians have their eye like that, it's the main power source of their eye, and it usually only cries under like certain circumstances, like if a Kalyan does die, which it did, so that's how he knew instantly. And we're still not. I'm not sure on how it got to Earth in the first place, but hopefully next chapter we'll figure it out. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.